What's going on, Wolves and Warriors? My name's Jase Stewart, and this is the Better Body Academy podcast, the #1 show for those looking to permanently overhaul their mind and body without dumb diets and unsustainable workout programs. We banish the fitness industry BS and replace it with science-backed strategies proven through countless client transformations. In the Better Body Academy, we help busy men and women around the world get unstuck and back into momentum so they start feeling strong and sexy again. Our mission is to transform 1 million lives, and you, my friend, could be next. And on that note, let's get straight into today's show. Welcome back to the Better Body Academy podcast. This is the podcast that you come to if you're sick of the dumb diets and unsustainable workout programs. And in this episode, guys, we are going to be giving you 10 insights around the similarities between your fitness transformation journey and your business journey and how they are the same, because I think people are really good when they're given analogies and they can kind of look at, okay, if it applies in that, it also applies in that. So we're going to draw some parallels. I'm going to give you 10 insights in this podcast, and hopefully these will help you to maybe think differently about potentially your physical transformation journey, because it will align your business journey. Now, I've just come off the back of an incredible mastermind call. I've got to say we're 8 weeks into our current mastermind, and this was probably the best call we've had. Super deep stuff where we were talking about visions. And this is why I wanted to do this podcast, because if you don't have a vision for exactly where you want to go, you're really, really going to struggle to make the ends meet. You're going to find yourself in this kind of wilderness of not knowing exactly where you want to go. And so what I explained to the guys is, just imagine you've got a cliff, and on one side of the cliff, you've got where you are now. And on the other side of the cliff, you've got where you want to go. And the goal is to work out, how do I traverse that gap? So that's what vision is really important in doing, is helping you traverse that gap, helping you to build a bridge over it. And so if you're watching at home and you're thinking, what the hell's a mastermind? Look, guys, we have 2 programs at the moment inside the academy. We've got our base level program and then our advanced program. And our mastermind is a collection of currently 13 men who meet up constantly and actually just discuss what's going on in their lives and helping them to conquer their own self-limiting beliefs. So it's a pretty cool little system. Anyway, guys, let's get stuck into today's topic, because this one is just going to be, in my opinion, straight value. And we're not going to get stuck too hard on any points. We're just going to go bang, 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 and look at the difference. And why is this topic important? I see a lot of people just in the gym, trying to kind of get on these diets and unsustainable workout programs, and they are spinning their wheels, okay? They're working really hard doing the wrong stuff. And when you work really hard doing the wrong stuff, you don't get a return on the investment. And in this case, in a fitness transformation journey, the investment is your time and your energy and, of course, your money. And if you don't get a return on that, you're going to get frustrated, and it's going to lead to you giving up. I understand totally why people become despondent in their journey. I would become despondent as well. To use another example, if I kept putting money into the share market and kept losing it, well, I'd feel despondent as well. I think that's how you should view your transformation journey. If you just keep putting time and effort into something and it's not working, you're going to give up and you're going to get frustrated. So what I am trying to do here, guys, is help you break this pattern. And if we do this, if you become more aware of the right way to traverse these problems that we've got in our life to get us unstuck, you're going to become better at getting a return on the investment. Okay? I'm a huge believer of understanding why we do things, not just what to do. You know, can you lose fat being provided endless meal plans? Yes, you can. But when you stop doing the meal plan, you go back to doing what you did before. This doesn't work. This is why a good coach teaches you why, not just what. If you understand the fundamentals that undergo running a small business, for example, these are equally applicable to your fitness and transformation journey. So let's get stuck into the 10 lessons or insights I want to share with you guys in how I have learned through my business transformation and how these are equally applicable in a fitness transformation. So let's go. Number one, starting at the top. Why try to figure it out on your own when best practice exists? Okay? Why try to figure it out on your own when best practice exists? Again, I'm going to come back to the original comment. I see a lot of guys trying to kind of invent their own programs, and they're kind of in the gym, and the fundamentals just aren't there. And they're getting frustrated because 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks into their transformation, things aren't happening. They're getting annoyed because they don't know why it's the case. There is a best practice way of training and eating that's going to help you get to your goals quicker. So why are you trying to do it all on your own? If you have no value for your time, then okay, I understand that. But in this world, time is money. So the longer that you spend trying to figure it out on your own, the more money you waste. Now, I know this firsthand because becoming an online coach, I'd wasted probably 6 to 7 years trying to figure it out on my own instead of getting someone or copying someone that was already doing it. And instead, I wasted 6 to 7 years because I didn't want to spend the money on a coach, and I didn't want to have to, be told what to do. I thought, nah, look, surely I can just figure this out by myself. 6 or 7 years passed. I was no closer to the answer. I'd spent all that time and money in no different place. The moment I got a coach, all of a sudden, bang, things started to change. And so I implore you to do the same thing, whether it's in business or in fitness. Best practice exists. So copy what works rather than trying to reinvent the wheel. Number 2, no amount of reading, listening is going to help you take the place of real action. No amount of reading, listening, or researching will take the place of real action. I'm a massive fan of the book Atomic Habits, written by James Clear. And in this book, he basically says planning and preparation are useful until they become a form of procrastination. Planning and preparation are useful until they become a form of procrastination. And this flows on really, really well from the last one. You can read all about it. You can be the best educated guy or girl in the world when it actually comes to nutrition, training, mindset, lifestyle, whatever it is. But unless you actually go and start plying your trade, unless you go and actually start putting into place the things that you're reading, all of this stuff is actually just procrastination masquerading as action. Okay? It feels good. It feels like you're moving forward, but you're not. You're just procrastinating. So get started. Just rip the scab off. Number 3, the numbers don't lie. Look at the data. What does it tell you about your current actions? Okay? The numbers don't lie. Now, if you're looking at a fitness transformation and your numbers aren't changing, your waist circumference isn't changing, okay? Your weight is staying the same. You have to ask yourself, what am I doing wrong? Because the numbers don't lie. Same as in business. When you go to the market, you either have money coming through, you either have good reviews coming through, or you don't. And you pay attention to those things and you ask yourself, what do they say about your actions? This is ultimate accountability. But unless you are living by the numbers, then you're really just guessing. So if you don't have a data set in either your business or in your transformation, you're going to struggle to get insight about what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. Number 4 in the list of ways that we can learn about business and put them into fitness is that you can never manage time. You can never manage time. Do you know how many days a week, how many times a week I hear the idea, oh, I just don't have enough time to do it all? For me, that's such a ridiculous statement. I don't have enough time to do it all. Have a think about it. How do you have any more time than I do, who has any more time than he does or she does? You've got the same amount of time as everyone else. What you have a different amount of is tasks and how you prioritize those tasks. Everyone has 24 hours in a day. Some people fill up the tasks and do the tasks in different ways. We all have different levels of responsibility. But whether you make it in fitness or in business is going to depend on how able you are to assign priority to the things that need to be done the most. Number 5, it's usually the things that you don't want to do that need to be done the most. Now, I'll give you a great example of this in fitness. People hate taking account tracking of their nutrition. The reason is it's an arduous task that requires you to log all your food. My question is, if the only thing that determines whether you lose fat or not is whether you're in a calorie deficit, that's the only thing that determines whether you lose fat or not, well, surely the only actual way to know whether you're in a calorie deficit or not is to track your nutrition. But people don't want to do it because it's too much work. It's in the too hard basket. If you're the sort of person that is willing to do what the other people won't do by doing the tasks that you want to do the least, you are the man or woman that's going to get the results when everyone is left scratching their head. Number 6, work ethic is critical, but if you're so fried you can't think straight, it's time to take a break. I think a lot of us we wear, especially men, I think we wear this kind of badge, which is, I never sleep, I work so hard, I'm always working, that's our badge of honor. The truth is, if you look at the best and most efficient people in the world, they're achieving phenomenal amounts in less time than we, everyday lads are, everyday ladies are. So why is that? Well, we understand that work ethic is obviously critical, but you have to have balance. You can't just expect that you're going to be able to work 18 hours a week and something's not going to give way. Well, in the same case in your fitness transformation journey, to think that you're going to be able to train 7 days a week, be perfect all the time, and nothing's going to go wrong is crazy, crazy, crazy talk. We have to be able to obey by the idea of progress being far more important than perfection. Progress is far more important than perfection. Number 7, when things aren't going right, it's very easy to find someone or something to blame. That's the easy route. It's much harder and way more beneficial to take ultimate accountability yourself. I look back at my kind of training to be a coach, an online coach, back when I was not at all successful at doing what I now do. And the major problem was that when things were good, I took ownership for them. When things were bad, I blamed my circumstances. And I think that's what a lot of people do in their fitness transformation. When they have a good week and they jump on the scales and they feel great about it, they're like, yeah, I did all that hard work, But then when they get on and they have a terrible week and, things fall off track a little bit, as opposed to owning it, they go, oh yeah, but work was really busy and the kids were just a pain in the ass and, my boss is an asshole. And guys, you have to take accountability for everything that happens in your life if you expect to move forward, either in business or in health. If something goes wrong, it's my fault. If something is good, it's my fault. That's the way I approach it in my personal business. And I suggest you do the same thing in your fitness transformation journey. Doing so will mean that you are always in the empowered position. If things have gone wrong, it's your fault, and therefore you can do something about them. If you take a disempowered position and things go wrong, that's basically saying that there's nothing I could have done, and therefore things are happening to me not for me. Okay, let's keep moving. Number 8, your motivation will always waver because it's an emotion. Your discipline will keep you going because it's a standard you hold. Discipline comes when you believe in what you are doing. When you work on this side of the coaching scene, you understand just how flimsy some people are with their own personal standards. And that's not a criticism, it's just an observation. Motivation is going to be up and down. It really is. You're never going to ever be at a point where I'm just always motivated. It doesn't work. I'm certainly not at that point. But what I am at the point is being disciplined around what I need to do. The challenge is so many people, they give up at the first hurdle. It's like they entered something which they knew was inherently challenging, like running a small business or like doing a fitness transformation. They knew at the start that it was going to be challenging. And then when it got challenging, they were always like almost surprised. Oh man, that was like really hard. Yeah, you knew that was going to be hard. Why are we running from hard all of the time? Stop looking for motivation. People popping up things, around the place saying, oh, I just need some motivation. You don't get motivation like it's some fountain of, inspiration that you drink from. It doesn't work like that. You create motivation through your action. And then through doing this over and over and over again, guess what? You start to build belief in your own self. And that belief keeps you in momentum. And then people look at you and go, wow, he or she's so motivated. No, you're just disciplined about exactly what you want. And there's a big difference. We got 2 to go, okay? Number 9, if you value security, you will never get very far. Taking risks and leaving your comfort zone shocks you into growing. Again, another quote from Atomic Habits. There will never be a perfect time to do something that stretches you. The truth, whether you're starting a business, having a child, changing careers, or wrestling with any number of challenges, that's not a license to be reckless and never think things through. But at some point, you have to embrace the uncertainty because it's the only path forward. If you were ready for it, it wouldn't be growth. And so I think a lot of people, I get a lot of applications coming through. Oh yeah, I'm ready. We go through basically how the program works, and we go through the pricing, and then all of a sudden people are like, I'm not ready. At what time are you ever going to be perfectly ready to go into something that you're fearful of? You're never going to be ready. That's never going to be the case. It's not about being ready. It's about deciding that you're no longer going to tolerate the standard that you're currently setting. I'm now going to move forward here. And that's a conscious decision that you need to make. Number 10. And this is the last one of these parallels that I'm going to draw. This is a very kind of straightforward bang, bang, bang podcast, guys. So I think for those of you that this has resonated a bit, and I'm thinking that's going to be particularly the business owners amongst you, go back and listen to this again, because you need to hear these a couple of times to fully appreciate them sinking in. Number 10, you think you'll be happy when you make a certain amount of money, but you'll adapt. Fulfillment comes in other forms. The example of how this applies to fitness is you think you will be happy when you finally get to that weight goal you've got. You think you'll be happy when you finally get in that dress. And for a moment, when you achieve it, you will be happy. The challenge will be that you will adapt. Your happiness will move away. And that's because we all adapt to new situations. What provides happiness and fulfillment long term you need to go back and listen to the podcast where we talked about the 6 human needs. These are the things that provide you that sense of fulfillment and happiness. The sense of fulfillment and happiness, I can tell you straight away from someone who's achieved, a little bit of success in business, a good amount of success, on paper in relationships and health and fitness. On those surface levels, those things don't make you happier. They give you a sense of achievement, but they don't make you happier. What makes you happier is meeting your human needs, which for me is love and connection and a sense of contribution. And I get that by giving to our community of men and women every day. So guys, a quick fire, kind of more serious topic to go through today, the 10 parallels between success in business and success in fitness. For those of you that kind of, are in business and you caught a few of these, I want you to go back and listen to this podcast again, because there's a couple of nuggets in here that perhaps if you looked at these through your business eyes and applied them in your fitness transformation journey, you would start to see some real truisms, okay? But it's not going to cut it just to listen to these the first time, because it's just noise. It's just an idea. We need now to progress to the next step, which is action and implementation. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. I look forward to joining you in the next podcast. This is the Better Body Academy podcast, the podcast that you come to when you're sick of the dumb diets, unsustainable workout programs. Thank you so much for supporting the podcast, guys, and listening on, donating your earbuds on this beautiful Saturday morning, or for those of us over this side of the world, Friday afternoon. Thank you so much, guys. Enjoy your time, and we'll see you soon. Wolves and Warriors, thank you so much for tuning in. If this podcast is hitting the mark for you and giving you the confidence to start your own personal journey, I want you to hit me up on Facebook or head over to my Instagram at JStewart_Better Body Academy and DM me with the words Better Body Academy. I want to give you the tools to permanently overhaul your mind and body without dumb diets and unsustainable workout programs. Our mission is to achieve 1 million lives transformed, and you, my friend, could be next. So hit me up on Facebook or head over to my Instagram at JStewart_Better Body Academy and DM me with the words Better Body Academy, and we can have a chat about whether we can help you with your transformation goals.